So, how many of you read the book? Be honest. Did you love it? Yes. Are you glad you read it? Yes. You can thank Melanie Moore. She put that in my hands a couple years ago. My favorite takeaway of that book is success is never owned, it's only rented. And the rent is due every day. This is the biggest thing. I mean, I took a lot away from the book, but this is the biggest thing that really talked to me, and it made me realize that it doesn't matter what's going on, you have to get to work. You got to show up every day. And I'm going to show you some things that are going to blow your mind, and then I'm going to tell you all, you're not doing what you need to do. Plain and simple. This whole weekend is going to be about book, sell, recruit, and getting back to the basics of what you need to be held accountable for and what you need to be doing in your own business. So, we're going to talk about the evolution of Powerhouse. The first Powerhouse, let's just see a show. If you were at the first Powerhouse, stand up. Let me see ya. Woo! That's awesome. So, the first Powerhouse came from the fact that I had no clue what I was doing. I wanted some ideas, and I really just wanted to steal them from other people. So I said, I wonder if anybody would be crazy enough to go to Columbus, Ohio, and sit down with me for a couple of days and share some ideas. And there was 90 of us that showed up. It was insane. I was like, man, these people are nuts. They just drove to Columbus, Ohio. They don't even know me. I don't even know what I'm doing. And we sat and shared the entire weekend, and it was amazing. It's still Melanie's favorite Powerhouse because all we did was share. We had round tables, and we literally sat for 2 days and shared ideas. We had a pen and pad on each thing, and we had topics, and we rotated tables, and we shared ideas, and then at the end, we shared the files with everybody with these thousands of ideas, and it was crazy cool. So that's where that came from. The second Powerhouse, I'm like, okay, I kind of got some ideas going here, so then I was like, I have no idea how to be a leader. Communication, talking to all these crazy women on my team. I didn't know how to do that communication, so we learned about communication and personalities, CNC meetings, kind of really just how to communicate with all of these people that were joining my team. And then the third Powerhouse, I'm like, okay, now I can talk to them. Now I got some ideas. I don't know how to train these crazy people. I want to keep promoting and I want to do well, but I don't know how to train them. So for that year, I was working on systems to train my team, and that's what that third Powerhouse was all the systems and trainings. So the fourth Powerhouse, we've come full circle, and it's simply time to work on you. So if you look at the first, second, third, fourth Powerhouse, you can see that I did everything backwards, which is the story of my life. I should have started with working on me and my own business, and then, the systems and the training, the people under me, and then how to be a better leader, and then sharing the ideas because I knew what I was doing. But, we did that backwards, but that's okay. So you actually see the evolution of my own business here and what happened in my own life. So the year prior to a Powerhouse is what I was working on personally and what I came to share with you that next year. So you really see what happened in my career and my life. Now, for those of you who don't know, last March was our Powerhouse. Right before our Powerhouse, 3 months before, actually, in that 3 months before Powerhouse, I had a baby, another one, and I had 4 major kidney surgeries. I was walking around with a bag coming out of my back, my kidney, for a week, I think. So I had a really rough year because the year before, the same thing happened. When I was pregnant with the other one, I had 4 kidney surgeries and a baby, and then 4 kidney surgeries and a baby. These babies were causing kidney stones, and I had the worst 2 years probably of my life. Thank you, Craig. So that's what happened. I was a mess. My business was a mess, but I was doing all these things and making systems and, but I was home. I wasn't really working on myself and my own business. So March, I came, to Powerhouse, showed you guys how to train and do all these things, and it was wonderful. Powerhouse. I woke up in April with 0 bookings on my calendar. And I'm like, oh my gosh, what am I gonna do? I was so tired of worrying about parties and this and that, and I said, that's it, I'm done. I'm getting back to work. I'm working on myself, and that's what it's gonna be. I'm not gonna worry about parties anymore. I'm gonna kick my business in high gear. All these babies were done having, and kidney surgeries done, and I was like, all right, it's time to get to work. So that's what this whole Powerhouse is about building your business from the bottom up. You are going to work on yourself, and I'm going to tell you, it's hard work. Anyone who knows me knows I work from sun up to sundown. And I may not always be working, but my wheels are always turning. Something's always going on, and that's what it's all about, is showing up, getting to work every day. Because y'all got a lot of excuses, just like I did. But there's no excuse for not having 20 minutes a day to work on specific things for your business that you should be doing. So, I want to show you 1 year. 1 year, this is what happened to my business. I am no different than any of you, other than I talk a whole lot and I share a whole lot. I am still a consultant first, and that's what you all need to remember. You can be a director all day long, but you're a consultant first, and that's what we've forgotten. We're so caught up in a title or wanting more money or wanting this or wanting that we've forgotten that if we don't take care of our own business, we're not a leader anyway. You're not a leader if you're not showing them what to do and leading by example, okay? So that previous year that I told you about before Powerhouse last year, April 2013 up until March 2014, which was Powerhouse last year, 12 recruits, 30 parties, and 18,000 in PV. I wasn't doing bad. I was still working. But let me tell you, in 1 year, look at those stats. That's what happened when I woke up in April and said, no more. I am going to work my business. That's what I'm going to do. My recruits up 483%. How crazy is that? My parties up 147%. And my personal volume, which is more than that because I entered a party last night, my personal volume was up 119%. Now, if that doesn't show you my credibility for this weekend, to tell you, you need to listen to everything I say this weekend. I'm telling you what you need to go home and do, and you're wasting your time if you're not going to take this information home and do it. So I want to tell you how I did it, because when you focus on something, you expand it, and that's what I did. I woke up, I had no parties, and I said, okay, that's it, I'm done. I went to my closet. I grabbed all the product that I had, laid it on the floor. Okay, so I had, we all have retired product in our closet. So I took all my retired product and I put it on the floor. I made 3 bundles. We're talking $150, maybe $200 worth of stuff in each bundle. But it's stuff that was sitting in my closet and not doing me a darn bit of good. Okay, so I made 3 pictures of these bundles. And I said, I'm booking a home party. No matter what I do, today I'm booking a home party. So I took 3 pictures of these bundles and I posted them on my customer page. And I said, first 3 people to book a home party, you get to pick one of these bundles and you get it at your party. Okay, I was just determined to book a home party. Then I took those pictures and I put it in an email to all of my customers. And I said, the same thing, book a party, da-da-da-da-da. So I booked one party, and what I did was say, okay, obviously I haven't done a home party in a while, and I've got to nail it. So I started working on my party presentation. I'm like, I need bookings off this party. That's the most important thing, is that I nail the bookings. So I did the purse booking game that I'm sure have all heard about. Totally transformed my business, my world. Then I said, okay, now I've got this hostess. I only got one show booked. I only booked one. So I said, I have got to knock her socks off. So I created an entire hostess coaching system, and I knocked her socks off. She did nothing but praise how good of a consultant I was, because I was bound and determined that I was going to make this the best party anybody had ever had, okay? So this is what transformed my business. I had one party booked. I booked 3 parties from that party. And then I booked 2 parties from each of those 3 parties. And we didn't actually put it in here, but I can post it on our team page. My stats went up $1,000 every month until I hit $6,000 in sales, which had never happened in my business. So that just goes to show you, $1,000 in sales every month is what my business went up to. And now I average $3,000 a month in sales, which I've never done in my career. So that is what I'm telling you. Basically, is that you have to get back to the home party. Our business is at the home show. Our business is knocking the socks off of our hostesses. Our business is all about the home party, and that's where I'm going to tell you that you really need to get back to work. So here's your day in a nutshell. Book, sell, recruit. But let's talk about this. Does anybody remember this question? How much time a week do you have set aside to specifically work on nothing but booking leads? Let me tell you guys, 89% of this room does not set aside 20 minutes a week to work on booking leads. Let me tell you, I don't know what to tell you. 89% of you, there's only 11% that work on getting bookings. Like seriously sit down and say, okay, I have 20 minutes, I'm gonna get a booking. How am I gonna do it? I mean, that's my mindset. When I sit down, I say, okay, I got 20 minutes, what am I gonna do? I gotta get a booking, so how am I gonna do it? And it may not happen right then, but I'm planting seeds in that 20 minutes that I'm working on. And you better believe that it works, because my stats will prove, if you want me to go back to my stats, I'll show you. My stats prove that working those 20 minutes focused on what you're doing, it works. So 89% tells me only 11% of this room was here last year. This is nothing short of embarrassing. If this doesn't embarrass you, you're at the wrong meeting. If you don't intend to 100% change this number, you've come to the wrong place. And if you're looking for shortcuts and excuses, you're asking advice from the wrong person, because I'm a workhorse, and I'm going to tell you, I'm sorry. You tell me you can't, this is what I hear. I hear, I can't get my team to do this. I can't get my team to do that. I can't get a party booked. I can't get any recruits. Let me tell you, that 89% tells you why. That tells you why your stats are down. That tells you why there's more people leaving your team than coming in. Because you're not working your own business, 89%. A very good friend of mine said, I had a lot of excuses, and they were all really good excuses. And I love that, because we've all got excuses. But at the end of the day, if you haven't written in the time to work your business, I got a full-time job, I got this, I got that. I'll tell you, when I started 31, I was in the middle of my bachelor's degree, and I was working 3 jobs. And 3 kids. So you can come up with all the excuses you want, but I did it. If I did it, anybody can do it. And that's no joke, because I'm no different than you. I really am not any different than you, other than I get up and I show up to work every day. Those are excuses, whatever they are. They stop here. They stop today. So then I asked, how much time a week do you have set aside for recruiting leads? Again, nobody 88% of you do not spend at least 20 minutes of focused time trying to get a recruit. And you wonder why you're not recruiting. I'm like, oh my God, I'm looking at these statistics having a heart attack. I knew it was probably going to be bad, but I didn't think it was going to be this bad. So let's talk about recruiting. How hard would it be to spend 20 minutes following up with old leads, messaging home office leads, posting something in your Facebook customer page, mailing a few packets, creating a survey to get more recruiting leads, making a recruiting video? None of this is hard. Just 20 minutes a week of focused, intentional recruiting is what you need for your business. 20 minutes. 20 minutes in one day. I'm not saying 20 minutes every day. I'm saying 20 minutes in just one day. Monday, take for recruiting and spend 20 minutes working on nothing but recruiting. Shut yourself in your office door. Put some headphones on if you have to so you don't hear the kids, you don't hear anything. Put their favorite movie on and do 20 minutes of focused work. So how many of you recruited in the last 6 months? 53% of you. This is no surprise by the previous statistic. 53% of you have only recruited 0 to 3 new recruits in the last 6 months. That is crazy to me. It is crazy to me that you guys are okay with minimums, because this is what this is. It's minimums. You guys are like, oh, I don't have to recruit. I don't have to do this. All I have to do is $1,000 in sales. But aren't you tired? Doesn't that wear you out? You get to the point where your business is more of a burden than it is a love of your job in 31. You're losing more than you're gaining by not working your business. And again, 20 minutes. You focus on it, you expand it. How many people, I got ahead of myself. I am successful because I am not afraid to work for it. This entire weekend could be summed up in that one sentence, because I show up every day. Because I know this is a business, and businesses don't run themselves. When they run themselves into the ground. You have to show up and get to work every single day. It is all about book, sell, recruit. You are a consultant first. I want everybody to say that. I am a consultant first. You don't even deserve a director title if you are not working your own business and leading by example. That title means nothing if you're not leading them. And that's what's happening by the stats that I see. You are not leading your teams. You're not telling them and showing them what to do. Telling is one thing. You are not showing them how to do it. Told you I was finger pointing. Sorry for the finger pointing. Okay, so marketing, y'all know I was going to yell at you about this. 89% of you do not do any kind of marketing. And I'm telling you 89% because this middle group says whenever I can fit it in, y'all ain't fooling me. I know you ain't doing nothing. Whenever I can fit it in means I'm not doing it. I never got around to it. So that's where that 89% comes. You have to market your business. Can you see the smoke? Smoke coming out of my ears. How can you run a business without constantly adding new people? How about 20 minutes working on how to get people added to your customer page? How about 20 minutes trying to get into a vendor fair? How about 20 minutes going to businesses to find one that will let you set up your products for a couple days in exchange for you telling everyone where your products are? So you go to your nail salon or your hair salon and say, hey, can I set these up? And I'm going to tell everybody they're up here, so it's kind of business for you, business for me, that kind of thing. How about 20 minutes on Google searching for ways to market your business? If I want to know something, I go to Google. I Google everything. Homework, kids ask me something, I'm like, I don't know, Google it. If I'm looking for marketing ideas, I'll type in direct sales marketing. And I have to weed through mine because I find a lot of mine. But You can Google and research in that 20 minutes if you don't know what to do. So how many work on new consultants? 20 minutes of new consultants. This, honestly, was probably the one that hit me the most. 78% of you do not focus time to work with new consultants on your team. And you're wondering why more people are leaving than coming in. This is it. Because you're not there to help them. They don't know what to do. Did you know that 65%, this is a true home office stat, 65% of our new consultants don't make it past the first 6 months. You know why? Because 78% of our leaders aren't doing a daggone thing to tell them what to do to stay. That's it. That's it. You're not doing your job with that director title to keep them. Why are they going to stay if they don't know what to do? If nobody's encouraging them or talking to them. We're talking about 20 minutes a week. You don't have 20 minutes a week. 20 minutes, one day a week to make contact with these new consultants and work with them. That's crazy to me. That's absolutely crazy because no matter what I've always done, I've always led. I've always led from the front, and I've always taken care of my girls. And I can tell you that it didn't start out that way. Where's Kiki? Kiki's my first consultant, and she will be the first to tell you, I was not like this when I first started out. I didn't have a daggone thing to help anybody. I didn't have a team page. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't do anything for, 2 years? Probably a year and a half, 2 years? I didn't do anything. That poor girl had no idea we were in it together. We didn't know what we were doing. She's like, you know what to do? I don't know what to do. So I'm telling you, and Kiki can tell you, it's never too late to start. I didn't start until a year and a half until I was into it. I'm telling you, you are going to go home and you are going to start, or I'm going to knock on your door, angry, midget redhead at your door. I'm serious. You all are here for a reason. You've spent a lot of money to come listen to me complain to you. Don't go home and waste this information. I want you to promise me you're going to go home and you're going to work. 20 minutes a day is all you need to get my stats. I'm telling you, there's no magic in it. It was 20 minutes a day, focused work. How in the world do you expect to retain new consultants on your downline if you're not supporting them? And if you're not teaching your girls what they should be doing for their new consultants, do you think they're going to do it? They're not. This is a huge failure in communication that will lead to more people leaving your team than coming in. Let's talk about Hostess Coaching. 68% of you don't do it. 68% of you are not taking care of your hostesses in the heart of your business. Hostess Coaching. Your business is zilch, none, without your hostesses. And you're not taking care of them. You're not even taking 20 minutes a week to take care of those hostesses. That's crazy. That's crazy talk. Crazy. Hostess Coaching, bottom line is if you're not telling your hostesses what they need to do, newsflash, they're not going to do it. We're going to be talking a lot about Hostess Coaching. So you know I'm not just going to yell at you. You are here to make a change. You are here to learn how to make that change. And you're here to learn how to teach your team to make that change. But none of this will work unless you do. So you guys ready to get to work?